Okay, decided to make a quick video for anybody that has a Case 586E forklift, and if you're having trouble with your alternator not charging. As you can see, this is a new alternator. Here's the main lead going to the lug on the starter, and from there it goes to the battery. Then you have a brown wire for the tachometer, and you have a green wire for the D plus on the alternator. Now this is a 3-wire alternator. What that means is this D plus you see here, that's 12 volts coming from the battery for the exciter in this thing. And what the 12 volts does is pretty much gets the alternator going, and it starts charging. They magnetize the diodes and it starts charging and produces power, and then it charges your battery. Now without the 12 volts, this alternator can spin all day and it won't charge the battery. So on the Case 586E, it's a light green wire, and this wire goes all the way up here to the instrument cluster. Now this instrument cluster is $1,700 to replace, or $800 used. And on the other side of this, there's a circuit board. It's not actually a hard circuit board, it's like a circuit board tape. And there's a plug-in. Actually, there's two of them, one for the tachometer, one for all the sensors and the lights. And that green wire, it actually goes through a light bulb up here, and it goes to the ignition switch. So when you turn the key, it's already sending 12 volt power to the alternator. You fire it up, one more click, you hold it down, it starts, and you let it go. The switch goes back to accessories. That's sending 12 volt power, constant 12 volt power to the alternator. And when it starts charging, you'll get 14 volts at the D plus on the alternator. Now, if this bulb goes out, it breaks the circuit, you won't get 12 volts to the alternator, thus the alternator won't charge. Now, I didn't want to deal with this anymore, and I didn't want to spend the $1,700 or $800 to replace it. So on the connector on here, you'll see a connector. It's about maybe 3 inches long, and it'll have about maybe, I don't know, 8 or 9 wires going to it. You're looking for 2 green wires, and I believe there you'll see a, the row of connections here, and I believe it's on this side. It'll be 2 green wires. There'll be the 4th or 5th ones. Now what you can do is you can splice those wires, and what I did, I spliced them and I ran a pigtail over here to a light, indicator light. This lets me know I'm getting power to the alternator, and that's all it does. It's kind of a, I can understand part of the idea behind it, but it's not, I think it's an overcomplicated way of doing it. But to solve the problem, take this out. It's just the 4 screws. Take this out, you'll see the 2 wires on the connector. Cut those, splice them together, and put a pigtail. And for me, I put an indicator light. You don't have to do that, just pigtail it. And then when you start it up and it's running, you'll get 13.5 volts at the battery where it's charging. That battery's actually in here underneath the seat. And then when you come back here to the alternator, you'll get the 14 out of here, the main, and you'll get 14 out of the D plus. Okay, so that's just for anybody having trouble trying to figure out why the heck it's not working. It took me a minute, so figured I'd make a video to help somebody out. Alright, any questions, comments, concerns, smart-ass remarks, by all means, leave them in the comment section. Thanks.